Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are continuing the post-game story of A Realm Reborn, as we are moving on. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Leave Ul'dah, has it truly come to this? Oh, Satora, pray attend to Alpha now. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. So yes, Minfilia is actively considering whether or not the Scions should leave Ul'dah for Revenant's Toll up in Mordona. That is a big decision, one not to be taken lightly. But from all the arguments I've heard, it sounds like it might be a good option. It might be the best option to protect ourselves and our neutrality. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. Alphino, it's a big decision. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamine was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea. Not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. That would be Thancred. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamine's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamine is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lenosia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gigaruju as to the veracity of these rumors. A rumor that Minfilia's adoptive mother may still be alive. Well then, let's go check that out. Off to Costa del Sol. Also, something I have started doing during the patch content for 2.0, between main scenario episodes, I unlocked something called the Hunt, which is effectively a replacement for the hunting log. And I've been working on that, and it's been giving me a lot of the hunt currency, which is allied seals, and I have spent a lot of those on picking up things known as Aetheryte tickets. Where are my Aetheryte tickets? There they are. I've got 97 right now. Each of these is a free trip through the Aetheryte network. They are very cheap. Do your weekly hunt logs. Do your weekly hunts, and you will be rolling in free teleports across the realm. It's gonna save me so much money. Ah, you've arrived. Let us see if Master Gigaruju can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Flamine. Alright, Gigaruju, have you seen anyone of this description? Oh, sweet Siren of the Sands, my Mikote Muse! Why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane! Satora! That's not an inaccurate title. What brings you to my humble resort? Flamine? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Gads woman! If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. And that is why I'm going to kill you. Oh, for shame! To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gigaruju. Your information will serve us well, and we will keep her far away from you. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I'd be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Alright then, onwards to Wineport. Let's get charging on over there. I could fly, but since this is main story, I'm gonna avoid flying if possible. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong given that flying wasn't even added until patch 5.3 added it back to A Realm Reborn. Now screw it. We've already done plenty of walking in this area. We're flying. But I'm saving that Aetheryte ticket. It's not that long of a trip that I need to actually teleport over to Wineport. God, I hate how the Adamantoise flies. It's so silly. I'm so dizzy. Why are you like this, Adamantoise? Alright, landing here in Wineport. What info can we acquire? Let's start out over here at you, bastard. Well, if it isn't Zatora, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with the tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Alright. That may help in tracking her down, I suppose. Before we go talk to our friend, though, let's see, anything over here? Where are they? Up at the top? Up at the top. You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Flamine? I wish! I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Excepting yourself, of course. Alright, let's go talk to Shamani Lomani. Hopefully they'll be able to help us. Oh god, the rhino. Why did I have to get the Fall Guys rhino? It's so silly. Alright, hello Shamani. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Zatora. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Okay, that's a lead. Let's go find Flamine. It sure does sound like she's alive, rumors notwithstanding. At the very least, we have someone matching her description quite strongly who's been seen around these parts. And we have Gigaruju's testimony, too. Alright, second bridge, then turn east. And where is she? Aha! I spy Flamine! Oh god, Gubu! Flamine, are you not even noticing? You didn't even notice that there is a goddamn Gubu on your back. Okay, well, good news. That Gubu is nice and easy. How are you? How are you? Are you Flamine? I want to just double check. You are Flamine, yes? I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be made to used to make a perfume, you see, and I've been looking for someone named Flamine. Is that you? Flamine? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? I'm here with the Scions. It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Acilia, is looking for you. Acilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia, when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forests of Lenosia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say. Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's get safely back to Wineport. She has her flowers. We have the person we're looking for. Oh my god, she's alive. What a miracle. Minfilia will be delighted when she chooses to show up and say hi to Minfilia. Who we are learning right now, actually changed her name. Her name was originally Usilia. I think she changed it after the calamity. I forget the full details of that. Rescued yet again from the jaws of a ravenous Gubu. How quickly we forget the lessons of the past. Though I was not solely to blame for that foolishness. Yeah, so I think I've mentioned before, in 1.0 there was a plotline in Ul'dah where a Gubu was set free on accident and ended up killing Minfilia's parents. After that, Flamine ended up adopting her, as did Thancred. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Indeed. Okay, which of these do we want? So there are 6 overall types of gear that we're going to be seeing as we proceed. We have these 3 here: aiming, healing, casting, and then the other set is maiming, striking, and fending. These each correspond to specific subgroups of jobs. Fending is tank, casting is magic DPS, healing is healers, aiming is ranged DPS, and I think also ninja, possibly. Slaying is a lot of the physical DPS. Maiming is the DPS that uses more of like stabbing, like swords and such, like Dragoon. I think. Oh, and god, there's also striking, which is monk or anything that punches or hits directly. So, okay, so there's 7 classes of gear. Generally, that's how we're going to be seeing the gear divided up from here on, is into these of healing, of casting, etc. types. Just so that it's more clear, thankfully, what classes and what jobs will actually appreciate each type of gear. For now, I'm going to grab the band of healing because I'm main healer. And we're going to be getting as many of these as we can eventually. Wow, it is such an improvement that even as a healing ring, it is recommended over the Master Marauder's ring. Fair enough. Okay then, next time on Final Fantasy XIV. I guess let's check in with Alphinaud real quick. Despite her years of nomadism, it would seem Lady Flamine has kept a close eye on the affairs of our order. Surprisingly close, in fact. Suffice it to say, she is nothing if not resourceful. One does not develop such skills without effort, or without reason. I suppose we'll have to learn more about her reasons and her efforts next time. Though next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we'll take a brief break from the main story, as we're going to go unlock something called a tribe quest. I'm excited for this. I do recommend you at least take a look at it, but I'll see everyone next time as we begin seeking solace.